I feel in danger at times for being simply who I am.
As you can already probably tell, today's video is going to be a little different from our regular ones. And this is because this video is a direct response to the recent surge of anti-Asian racism and Pacific Islander incidents that have been happening globally, not only in the United States, but just around the world. So I decided to ask my friends, have you ever experienced racism? This is what they said.
I remember one instance. It was around a time where in the UK they found victims of human trafficking dead in a truck or something, and they happened to be the victims were Asian, and back then everyone thought they were Chinese, and one of my classmates said to me, "Those are your comrades. How do you feel about that?" And that obviously was really insulting to me.
So it was on Zoom, during a Zoom lesson, and I was with a person in a breakout room, and suddenly that person told me that he didn't like me because of my nationality. When I heard that, it was very sad for me because this person didn't like me because of my identity.
So this happened at the beginning of last year when the virus had not severely hit Europe yet. What had happened was that I was one of the last people to enter a train, and by the entrance there was already quite a large group of people. But when one person had seen me enter, they made a very visible face of disgust before trying to cover their mouth with their sweater or jacket and then moved away. I felt like I was being blamed for an issue that's completely out of my own hands, and an issue that's honestly out of anyone's hands.
In several instances, I would be walking down the street and people would identify me as a foreigner and would do anything in their power to try and avoid me. And things like this ranged from going in a different direction, moving aside on the path, or even crossing the road. And in some other occasions, they would adjust their masks or pull up their shirts as if I was carrying disease, and it just became incredibly alienating for me.
There was an instance where I was just simply on the metro trying to get to school on a Monday morning, and I was chased by two men. I was never able to confirm whether they were chasing me for my race. However, something I know was that the moment the doors closed the metro and then there was a shield between me and the two men, I did hear some racial slurs. They were looking at me in a really nasty way. It was amidst the whole anti-Asian racism wave in France, where there were multiple tweets on the internet like, "I will kill you all Asians in an instance," or "We should all get together to attack all the Asians in Paris." Amidst the pandemic, I've almost normalized being called racial slurs on the streets. I think the moment that truly shocked me throughout this whole experience was when I realized how many people there are out there who are still unable to talk about their own experiences with anti-Asian racism. You may think that social media is a reflection of what is happening in the world. In reality, there's so many unheard voices. There's so many people out there who are still unable to talk about their experiences.
I would like to dedicate some time within this video to honor the victim of the Atlanta shootings. Delina Ashley Yon, Paul Andre Michaels, Dao Yo Fong, Xiao Jie Tan, Sun Chung Park, Hyun Jung Grant, Sun Cha Kim, and Young A Yu. On this particular day, it was unfortunately these 8 people that were attacked. But on any other day, anywhere in the world, it could be your colleagues, your peers, your friends, my parents, my relatives, me. It could have been anybody. So I hope this video angers you to realize how prevalent racism was against the AAPI community for centuries, for decades, for much longer than prior to the outbreak of the coronavirus. And it pushes you to recognize the hurtful comments, the hurtful words, the hurtful actions that add more fuel to the Atlanta, Georgia shootings.